What's going on, everybody? The Iceman here. First time in many months, many weeks. This is a video for Iceman's Return YouTube channel, but more importantly for the Iceman's Wrestling Extreme Facebook page. I want to talk a little bit about some after effects or current effects that occurred at WrestleMania. One thing which has bothered me big time is that Lesnar went and complained to Vince McMahon, stating if he and Rollins weren't main eventing, there was going to be a major problem. And Vince already had it made up that the women's were going to main event WrestleMania for the very first time. Lesnar threw a fit. His ego was hurt, so he stated, "Put me on first." And they did. Originally, it was going to be AJ Styles and Randy Orton opening up the original official WrestleMania 35 show, but Rollins and Lesnar did. And because Lesnar knew he wasn't going to win, he wanted to get it over with. And once the match was over, Lesnar took off in a helicopter and split. So, poor sport there. And here's the thing, too, which I've always said in many times in videos. We don't need Lesnar. Lesnar takes up a lot of money, gets a big payroll, and his appearances really suck. So now we have Seth Rollins, who's a Universal Champion, which we'll see on a weekly basis like we always have. Sasha Banks and Bayley, very disappointed about the fact that they found out the last minute that they're going to lose their tag team belts. Also, we're in disarray. Sasha has threatened that she wants to quit. She has tweeted about all of the wrestling. Bayley also very unhappy with the WWE, also talking about wanting to leave the company. I don't see it happening. I really don't. You're going to go from the WWE to AEW where, yeah, AEW looks pretty good right now with Cody Rhodes, and he's got money backing him, but it hasn't proven anything. So why would you take a major chance like that and split? I don't see Sasha or Bayley going anywhere. Now, the WWE shakeup, which started last night on Monday Night Raw, there was a lot of NXT people going to Raw. There was some people from SmackDown going to Raw. I think the biggest changeover was AJ Styles going to Raw. And I was talking to my nephew Matt, and I told him, I said, I know AJ is going to go to Raw. He has to go to Raw. He's done everything he can on SmackDown. But we are talking about who goes to SmackDown. Well, obviously it's not going to be, because if it was, it'd be a shocker. It's not going to be Universal Champion Seth Rollins. In my mind, I think it's going to be Roman Reigns, and I think that will be a good thing for Roman Reigns to get away from the guys on the Raw roster, get away from just the Raw thing in general. He's always been a Raw guy, and I think it's time for him to move. Now, depending on what other changes are made, I don't know what Roman will do on SmackDown, but we do have Kofi Kingston, who is right now still a SmackDown champion. We still have Daniel Bryan right now, who's still a contender on SmackDown. This could open the doors for a new era for Roman Reigns. So I think Roman going to SmackDown would be a really good idea. Now, whom else is going to go? I'll be honest with you. I think Raw needs to change up their roster. It's getting stale. And I don't blame the wrestlers, the participants that are involved. I blame the creative team. Because if you look back in the older days, like when WrestleMania first, came about, all the way into the 80s, into the early 90s, it was something of a different era, obviously. And then we became into the Attitude Era, which changed a lot of things. And that Attitude Era opened the doors, actually, for the WWE, which decided to start making a lot of stars. Here's the problem today. The WWE needs to revert back to the way they did things in the Attitude Era. It doesn't have to be the physical violence or anything, but you got tons of stars. Push them, make them big. Make them world champions. Make them US or Intercontinental or tag team champions. Make them champions. Make them established. Maybe it's only 1 or 2 times, but do it, because that's how you establish stars in the WWE. And that's what they did back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, when you had the Triple H's and you had the Rocks, you had the Undertaker, Kurt Angle came in, Chris Jericho came in, you had the Kanes, you had tons of people, and every one of them you pushed to that higher level. Guys that are there today, it's a handful. It's a handful. And then after the Attitude Era, okay. Like I mentioned, Jericho, you mentioned Angle. John Cena came in. He established himself. Randy Orton came in. He established himself. Batista. And the list went on and on and on. And then CM Punk came in, and the WWE pulled the plug on CM Punk, which was something great. I think if it weren't for his feuds with John Cena, CM Punk wouldn't be as big as he is today. But CM Punk's gone. The Shield came in, and quite honestly, since the Shield arrived, it was Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose. Constantly. You'd have a few people here and there come in, and then Lesnar came in and stole the show and really ruined the world of professional wrestling in my eyes. I think Lesnar, as I've read in so many different articles, he's not a draw anymore. So don't bother with him. Don't waste your money. You got superstars there that are waiting to become superstars. Make them superstars. So that's my thoughts. That's my opinions over on YouTube on the Iceman's Return YouTube channel, and here on Facebook on the Iceman Wrestling Extreme Facebook page. Hit me up. Talk to you later. Peace out, everybody.